Hey, my name is Dan St. Louis. I'm the owner and head photographer at Headshots Inc. In this video, I'm going to teach you the 6 steps for creating your own DIY professional headshot using just your smartphone. Let's get started. Okay, so the first step is to prep for your shoot. Really the big thing you need to prep for, because you're just shooting with your smartphone at your house or at your office, is your clothing. So in general, the advice that we give people that come to our professional photography studio is for your professional headshots, you want to wear solid color clothing that doesn't have any distracting logos or bright patterns in it. The reason we want that is because we want your head, your face, your personality to shine in the photo. We don't want the pattern on your shirt or a specific logo to be the first thing that people look at. And if you were wondering, I think the temptation is with remote work, a lot of people are wearing like t-shirts and hoodies and stuff in their photos. I would highly recommend you kind of dress up just a little bit. There has been a lot of research that's come out that said that people who wear collared shirts, people who wear jackets, even a nice sweater works, are seen as a lot more competent, a lot more likable, and people just generally want to work with you more if you dress up just a little bit more than maybe even what you usually wear in your regular life. So try to dress up and stick with solid colored clothing and make sure that they don't have like big wrinkles. Like exactly what I'm wearing here, that works perfect. Okay, so the next step is to scope out your home lighting. Now, you don't have any professional lighting gear, so you're just gonna have to use what you have around you in your house. So I'm gonna walk you through my apartment in San Francisco here, and you can kind of see what we got going on. We got a door over here, we got a kitchen, big pole in the middle, or TV area, and then we got kind of these windows over here. Now, the best lighting source you can use for your photos is a big window. So I'm gonna show you, even as you look at my face, what you're looking for is even lighting hitting all of your face so that you don't have any harsh shadows. So, see this big window here without the sun coming in it? Perfect. Look how good I look. You see a little bit of a pop. The face is well lit right there. But if I walk over to another place where the window's behind me, too dark. You don't want that. So we'll keep walking, we'll keep walking. Then some people even shoot in like a hallway like this. Turn on the light like that. You don't want this either, right? You don't want these overhead lights to be hitting you in the face because it's gonna create all these shadows along your face. You don't want that at all. You want even lighting, and the vast majority of the time, that is gonna be in front of a window. When you're shooting in the window, just make sure that the sun isn't hitting you directly in the face. You don't want the full sun hitting you into the face, it'll be too bright. You want either the sun to be reflecting off something or point in another direction, or you can even do this on a cloudy day, or you can go outside if you don't have any good lighting in your apartment, but just make sure you have this type of light that you see here with all the light kind of indirectly but properly lighting my face. That's what you want for your headshot. Sorry, and one more note I almost forgot is you definitely want to make sure that if you're shooting indoors, overhead lights, turn them off. The reason why is if you look at this video of me right now, even in this own building, you'll see that the light up there, see how my face is kind of yellow? That's what happens when you shoot with an interior light. It's gonna turn your face either yellow or it's gonna turn it green, which doesn't look good. So when you're taking these types of professional headshots, make sure you go to the window and make sure that's the only light that's on. It's that natural light. That's what you want for your photo. Step 3, recruit your smartphone photographer. So this can be really important if you can take your photo technically with your selfie camera like I'm doing in this video right here, and that I'm sure a lot of people will do that. If you can though, try to get someone to use the front-facing camera on the other side of the selfie camera. The front-facing camera, it's just a better camera, and in general, your face, your features are gonna look better in that camera. Sometimes the selfie camera can kind of distort how your nose and your eyes looks in the photos. So if you have someone who's willing to help out by taking a couple photos of you, just make sure, use the forward-facing camera if at possible. And then we're gonna, in the link below to the actual checklist on our website, we'll have some examples of how the selfie one looks and how the front-facing one looks, and you'll see the front-facing one looks a little bit better. Okay, next step is to actually take your photos. So it's photo time. A couple tips here from a professional headshot photographer who does like literally 4,000 or 5,000 of these a year. First is the height of the camera. So in general, the higher up your camera is, the more flattering the photo is gonna be. The lower it is, you get a lot of chin and neck action here that you probably don't want in your final headshot. you probably want it to be right there, right? It evens out the whole chin and neck area. The other thing is phone angle. So here I can have my kind of phone angle up. Here I can have it down. It's generally, you wanna have the phone angled about 10 degrees down. So your phone is gonna be about your forehead or your eyes, angled down just a bit, just like that. And that's usually gonna be the most flattering angle for you. Now, you don't wanna go too high. It looks a little bit like you're trying too hard to get that selfie, like too flattering thing, but you can if you really, really want to. That's the only way you're gonna like the photo. But we generally recommend it right here, but definitely almost never down here. The other thing is your posture and your pose. And you don't have to do anything fancy with this, especially if you're doing it with a selfie camera, because you can't really use your hands either way. Just make sure you're putting away the phone as far away from you as possible so you can get a clean shot with as little of your arm in the photo as possible. And the other thing is you really usually want to lean forward with like all your weight on the front foot towards the camera. Let me show you what that does to the actual image. One is stand up like this. You're gonna get all chin and neck. Stand up like that, lean in, big smile, and then that's how you get the most flattering photo. So in general, you wanna lean in towards the light, lean in towards the camera. It's gonna make the photo a lot better. And then just take a bunch of photos. Try a bunch of different stuff. Try different sides. You may have a preference on side. Try straight on, try left. Try a little bit higher, try a little bit lower. Try some big smiles, try some soft smiles. If you don't want to smile, that's okay. We probably recommend you smile, especially if you're putting this on like a job site where you're trying to either apply to jobs, or you're trying to get gigs on Upwork or some other website. Smiling is usually what's gonna get more attention to your profile, and people are gonna find you probably more pleasant to work with, but it's a personal decision, so do whatever you want to do. But take a lot of photos, just follow those guidelines. Before you put it out, send it out into the wild, we have a checklist in the link below. Scroll to step 5 and just check your photo one last time with the checklist while you're all dressed up and you have your hair the way you like it, because it's much easier to retake the photo then than try to find good lighting on a different day and get your clothes back on, and if you put on makeup, put your makeup back on. So go follow that checklist now and make sure your photo is how you like it, and we'll go through every single detail in the checklist so we cover all the areas that are really, really important for your headshot. All right, that's the 5th step, and the last step in this one is optional, but if you want to take your professional headshot to the next level and make it look like it was actually taken by a photographer, we have a virtual headshot editing service where you can take that headshot and you submit it to us, and we will clean it up. We will remove stray hairs, acne, bags under eyes, teeth whitening. You can replace the background to either make it look like it was in a city or you were in our studio. It's a great service for taking your professional headshot to the next level and making it look like it was taken by a real photographer, not like a DIY headshot. So if you're interested in that, click the link below. You can upload your photo and have the new version back in a couple days. Otherwise, if you have any questions, just comment below. Thanks so much for watching.